Hi, Kamil.
Hi, Wojtek.
Today I would like to talk about the design process in general, but in a practical way. Let's talk about fast and cost-effective display implementation.
Sure.
Could you please provide us with some fundamentals of display integration? What we are talking about?
Basically, there are a lot of topics when we talk about display implementation, starting from mechanics to electronics to optical performance, etc. So first of all, as always, when we start the project with the customer, we ask what's the application. So what's the use case that you want to have? Where your device will be used? It will be indoor or outdoor. Yes. What will be the let's say operation? Do you need a touch screen or no touch screen? There will be some buttons to operate, or maybe just information display, so no interaction with the customer. So many questions, but actually when we know the application, quite a lot of answers we already have. So if you say, oh, I'm building the parcel rocker for the outdoor, so we know the environment, we know that it will need to be vandal proof, high brightness, etc. Yes? So our team can immediately know which display could be a right fit.
So you need to have some specific idea how the device will work for end user in the beginning.
Yes.
So you can prepare for what has to come.
Yes. So when we talk about the display as a component in a system, if I would be a system designer, which I was in many cases, so I always would think what I want from a display, what kind of information I will be showing, what size do I need, what resolution of a display, do I need like very detailed maybe graphs, or just the buttons and some numbers. Maybe then the resolution no need to be so high. Then, as I mentioned, the size of a display and then the operation.
So it goes to work on planning and project. Why is it important? Or is it a good way to work? Maybe you have to work longer to have good outcomes. But in a fast-paced world, time is money and cost effectiveness is important.
I would say it's rather very important to be fast. Yes, and when you have an idea, then time to market is a crucial often. To be before your competitors will have the same maybe idea or will copy you. You need to be in mass production already, or just because from like cost point of view and time point of view. Yes, if you have an idea, you don't want to waste time because time is money, so you want to jump into the production as fast as possible. Thinking about that when we built our offer in Riverdi, we had this in mind actually. So one of our goals were to have a displays that can be really fast implemented, and I think our offer right now is the answer for this need.
Let's go into specifics. Why and how can you manage cost effectiveness and time to market?
So first of all, in Riverdi we can build pretty much any display, but it takes time and design process cost and time. And often to squeeze down this time, you need something that is ready. So that's why we prepared already a couple of hundreds of different models that are standard. And we not only prepare them that they are ready to buy, but we also all well documented them. So first we crafted the design, then we manufactured, and then measure, test, and document. That means if you need a display for your device, you don't need to contact manufacturer and design this. You can select one of the ready products off the shelf, and it should be documented well enough that you will be able to start the work immediately, actually, to implement this in your design.
Okay, so we have the standard procedure, let's call it that way, with the standard product, and how fast is that?
So because we provide pretty much everything, and we provide it for free without any registration even, you can just go to our website, select the right screen. Let's say you pretty much know that you need a touch screen, maybe you know the size. Let's say you need 10-inch display. Then you should think what kind of system do you want it behind. Will it be like embedded system? Then maybe you will select LVDS or MIPI display. Or maybe you want the system to be integrated, then you will choose STM32 embedded displays that are all in one with the driving board already, or maybe intelligent displays like our EF4 series, which are driven by the SPI. So you need your own host, but host can be very simple because all the graphic processing is on the display. And once you know that and you selected the display, you can order it, of course, and get the physical sample, but also download all. And download all, I mean the standard specification, the perfect drawing, very detailed. Then the 3D model, which is important and not very common or uncommon, I would say, among the display manufacturers. And 3D model allow you to implement the display really fast interior enclosure and mechanical design. Then you are able to download the firmware that is let's say, examples how to drive the display. This is all on our GitHub already. And the last thing, you have the application node showing you the schematic part, how to drive the display, how to connect it to different systems, how to drive the backlight. There are examples for that, and that should be pretty easy.
Okay, so you've got the comprehensive documentation to start with, and if you know what you're looking for, you can just go with standard product and begin in no time.
Exactly. One more thing, maybe you can buy a display if you plan to build your own embedded system, but you still don't have it yet and you want to see the display performance. You have two ways. You can buy accessories that are evaluation board, and we call it add-on boards, that you can, let's say, like a Lego, connect the display to the add-on board and then add the evaluation board and run it the same day, because demo is already programmed there. So you can see the display performance. You can even put your own graphics on the SD card and play with that. Or on the other side, you can buy HDMI display. So most of our displays that are in our offer, let's say this 10-inch or 7-inch, 12-inch, 5-inch, when you select this and you know you will probably build your own embedded system, but you need to test display now, or maybe build a mock-up of a device and put some computer inside and go to the exhibition, etc. The good choice and selection here is a HDMI display, yes, because it's like plug and play. You can just buy it, connect, and you know that later it will be the same display, just without the board. Okay. But some customers decide and use HDMI display in a mass production. This is also very, very popular.
So we have a lot of plug and play solutions for engineers.
Yeah, so you can really start fast. So fast implementation is our goal.
But what about the process in which we know that we need to customize a solution, or we are not sure what we are looking for yet?
Customization typically in a long term, in a mass production, I mean like when you manufacture and plan to manufacture thousands of devices, it's cost effective. But the best way is to start with the standard, then it's a fastest way where you can really do it fast and build the prototypes. And later you need to decide, will you stay with the standard product, which is excellent choice, I would say, as well, or you would like to customize something because you would like to change the glass, or maybe, as I mentioned, you want to go with the outdoor with the display, and maybe you need some vandal proof or special operation, then of course the customization will be there needed. And speaking about the timing, it depends how ready you are with your design. If you are ready, you know the mechanics, how you want to build it, you know the interface or the connectors if you want to change them, then on our side it will be like single weeks to redesign this. Yes, maybe 2-3 weeks maximum. Then we'll have a design on our side. You will just verify it and we'll put it into manufacturing, which will take another, let's say, 10-15 weeks typically. And
does it work the same with low quantity production and mass production? Are there any differences?
I mean, for customization, you need certain numbers, yes. So total minimum will be like 500 for maybe larger sizes. But typically the preference here is 1,000. If you have 1,000 pieces per year project, then we can freely talk about customization, pretty much anything. If you just want to customize maybe the board, then the numbers could be lower, yes, as low as a couple of hundreds. But because this customization takes time, then the standard product is a good start, as I mentioned, because you may select the, let's say, 10-inch display, let's stick to this one, and you can give it to your software and engineering team. They can work, they can prepare everything and test it, and meantime, we will manufacture the customized version for you. But the display will be the same, the interface maybe will be the same, resolution, etc. We will just change the cover glass for you, maybe, or maybe some parts on the PCB, but basically the display will be same as in standard, so you can like in parallel work on your own design.
Those are the things that you have to consider even before you start the process, I guess. Let's jump now to the process. How to fast implement display into your project. I guess we will start with what we covered a little bit, so planning and preparation, because that's important part for the whole process. Could you give us some requirements and what to look for in this stage?
Depends how much you already know, but if you don't know yet, just contact us and we'll guide you through the right questions. But it's excellent if you already know, the size, more or less, as I said, application, etc.
Okay, so we have the size, basic parameters, interface. So now I guess is the time to choose the display technology.
No, you just need to be earlier. You need to decide at the early stage. The technology will come from what do you want to display. If it will be very simple, maybe just one number and small display. TFT is of course excellent choice, but could be OLED maybe here. If you want larger size display like 7-10 inch, the TFT will be actually the only selection I would recommend. Because we work with, and I assume that the device that we are talking about here are typically industrial or medical or military even. So they all require the same, so longevity and high quality.
And in those cases, LCD TFT
is the most stable, most mature technology, most well known, but actually in most cases also the most cost effective.
That's important. We can also save some time with choosing the well-grounded technology, which is LCD. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.